Born as a son along with his brother Toma to a retainer under Daimyo Asano Takunori, after the daimyo was sentenced to seppuku, all of the retainers were shamed and dropped to the level of ronin. Eventually, Chobei's father was executed for his connection to the late daimyo, and his mother passed away due to illness. The brothers were left to fend for themselves, becoming kidnapped by a gang of bandits and planned to be sold, although the brothers eventually became integrated with the bandits, rising up and becoming the group's leaders. Known as the Bandit King in the Mountains, Chobei, according to a Simon Jika, had enough crimes for multiple death sentences over. When finally cornered and arrested, his brother Toma was able to escape, and while Chobei was arrested and being interrogated on death row, his brother Toma infiltrated the Yamada Asaimon ranks, and once appointed as an executioner, Asaimon Toma returned to his imprisoned brother Chobei, offering him the pardon through the Elixir of Life expedition. Striking first blood during the Selection Massacre, Chobei is also the first to take out one of the 10 criminals, brutalizing Harubo the Killing Buddha when the latter attempts to strangle Chobei by surprise on the boat to the island. The Bandit King is no stranger to violence, and his brutal nature allows him to easily dominate any fight, especially when paired with his quick adaptability. Placed in any extreme situation, Chobei is able to carefully analyze what options are best for him, and immediately discover what enemies' weaknesses are in order to ensure success. Upon arrival at the island, Chobei is already capable of slaying multiple Soshin with a giant axe without having much knowledge about their structure. After fighting his way through to the center of the island, Chobei is the first to stumble upon 2 Lord Tensen, and after being immediately outclassed, both Chobei and Toma are thrown down a tan pit, a long, almost bottomless hole meant to strand humans down and convert them into life energy once their bodies eventually deteriorate and fuse with the flowers. Chobei says, "Nah, fuck that," takes himself and his brother and crawls their asses out of that entire pit, something Mudan claims shouldn't be possible. While I'm more than willing to say Chobei is just him, this may have everything to do with the fact that Chobei's body became fused with the flower tau that surrounded the entire Tan pit, transforming Chobei into a semi-immortal that can regenerate from almost any and all damage. When trapped inside the Tan pit, Chobei's natural tau and the flower tau accidentally created a perfect balance, resulting in Chobei's human body shifting and becoming nigh impossible to cause any significant damage to, becoming very similar in structure to the Lord Tensen hermits. Even after critical injuries like Chobei's throat being ripped out or his wrists being broken, this new transformation allows Chobei's body to heal, and this regeneration can only be hindered by a tau nature that directly counters his own. Having a metal tau element, this would need to be a fire tau element. Chobei can only be killed when a fire tau element strikes directly into the plant ovule located in his tendon. Despite being so new to the world of tau, Chobei's adaptability allows him to quickly grow in level and instantly outmatch a doshi, a high-level hermit directly trained under the Lord Tensen themselves. Minutes after unlocking these tau abilities, Chobei can charge and surround himself with this energy to buff his attack power and read his opponent's moves effortlessly, carrying such an abnormal reserve of tau that even young Mei takes note when Gabimaru and Chobei first meet. The lead Tensen, Rien, takes an interest in Chobei's unique existence, participating in Boshu Jutsu with the Bandit King, and having the different Lord Tensen train Chobei in the various forms of tau. After participating in a ritual to become even closer in spirit to a hermit like the Tensen, Chobei learns even more about the nature of tau, tan, and the spirituality surrounding it. Chobei's final form and ultimate attack lies in his ability to completely unleash the Watanwa flower within him. Similar to a Lord Tensen's Kishikai form, Chobei transforms into a demonic beast with vines sprouting out all over his body. While in this mode, his destructive power and speed become immeasurable. The vines can also shapeshift into deadly weapons like scythes or axes. At first, Chobei is unable to control himself while in this form, but as he develops and learns more from Rien, Chobei's calmer personality allows him to take more control over this demonic tau. Chobei's dive into the abyss and acceptance of the madness in this new world he finds allows him to truly take hold of the situation and gain a certain level of control even the creators of the island didn't think possible. Within one single day, Chobei quickly rose up Kotaku's food chain delivering death to Doshi-level hermits, besting Lord Tensen, and eventually synchronizing with his Tao enough to single-handedly spread his vines through all of Horai and deliver the final blow to the 5 separate nature element tandons of the Banko-infused Zujin. Some of you might even yell at me for not putting him up at number 1, but that's reserved for one person and one person only.